So good morning, everybody. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well today. Quick introduction. We're going to be talking about the offshore, onshore industrial waste reduction equipment from OEG EnviroPak, the EnviroPak division. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Mike Powell. I've been in the background of the offshore waste reduction for about 26 years and in the foreground with now the EnviroPak team for 15 of their, almost 16 of those years. So I'm welcome everybody. I'm glad to be here to help out. So to kind of give a quick, brief overview of what EnviroPak is, everybody's been at home and didn't want to take the garbage out. So you put your hand in the garbage can and you push down on it to put a little bit more in there so you didn't have to take the garbage out. Well, picture an elephant is at your house pushing on your garbage can. That's what we do. We compact and hold, we compact and bale, or we pulverize food, we macerate food and glass waste. So these products have been in our portfolio for 40 plus years. And we've got new and exciting products. We've got old units that we still build for the same applications day after day. So what is EnviroPak again? We are here to make the transportation of waste more efficient and safer. Now, waste can be anything from the garbage that you throw away in your bins, or it could be car tires, or it could be steel drums or water bottles. There is no specific waste. All things that need to be moved or destroyed or excuse me, moved or shipped more efficiently is considered waste. So our different products that we have, and you can actually see the picture on the screen here, this blue compactor sitting over here. This was actually on a vessel in the Pacific Ocean working for the ocean cleanup out of the Netherlands. So we have a global footprint as well. This is not just for North America, just for the Gulf. We're all over the country, all over the world. So again, the EnviroPak's been around for 46 years. We have onshore applications, commissioning, repair services now. This is something new to our portfolio. We are ABS approved, which is the American Bureau of Shipping. Those guys have kind of set the standards on marine quality products. If it's an industrial application, that doesn't matter, but it will matter for your marine quality applications. We're also met to include and improve the MARPOL specifications. We meet or exceed any type of MARPOL, which is the international standard for waste transportation offshore. We also work in different industries: aerospace, tire I just mentioned, food processing, cruise lines, destination ports, bars, pubs, medical waste, industrial waste. We also have units on the military boat vessels. Okay. The offshore waste challenge is how do we get the waste that is being generated on these vessels? Each day on an offshore application, a person will create at least 5 to 10 kilos of waste per person. So 10 to 12 people on board, not a big problem. 250 people on board now becomes a ton of waste a day per person or per vessel. So what we do is we compact that waste into compactor bags, and we make that same but waste more efficient to get from point A to point B, or less space on the deck so that there's space for equipment like cargo carrying units and things such as that. So also we're going to mediate the risk of handling this waste. When somebody's moving a single bag of trash, and I'm talking one like at your house, there's spill issues, there's contamination issues, there are rodent issues, but we put these all into a much heavier duty bag so that a ton can be moved at one time, not just a few pounds. Okay. With the compliance pressure of everybody wanting to be more sustainable in the industry, this is where we help out as well. Any type of sustainability, we can give them some tick marks to say, hey, we're doing all we can do to make that waste more transportable and safer and cheaper. Okay. Here's what the customers on the offshore vessels do. They take the waste, they separate it. Food waste goes into a food grinder. Why do we put food waste into food grinders and discharge overboard? So that the rodents, the smells, and the safety factor of all of that is better for the crew on the vessels. The dry waste goes into the compactors. We compact it, and then we transport it inland with the bags in the orange picture, the orange bag in the picture there. That way it can be cherry picked from the vessel to the workboat, from the workboat to the land base, and from the land it gets trucked over to the landfills. And all the waste has now been destroyed, been properly handled safely. Also, a little fun fact, if that bag that you see this orange weighs 2,000 pounds and it falls into the water, it will actually float. This makes a safe recovery available for that bag so that we're not polluting our waterways. Okay. Safer handling. This is the biggest thing that the EnviroPak brand was made on. Again, instead of having 20 small bags, you have one industry standard bag that has been around since the 70s that has been used for transporting offshore waste, again, offshore to inland. Compliance ready. Waste streams are equipped, mapped to responsible handling requirements. This previous picture, you'll see this placard on the bag here. This will have the operator, their location, their well information, any data that might be needed to identify where that waste was generated from in case it does have a problem with falling in the ocean or getting lost or comes in with some type of mislabeled waste stream. The operators can be held responsible for what they have put into those bags. Efficiency. Again, we've talked about this. When you can get up to 10 times more waste into a compactor bag than just loose filling them, you're saving everybody transportation costs, safer handling, less time on the rigs with the cranes. And from what I remember from a story, that was one of the biggest problems from back in the 70s was how much time it took to transport the waste from the crane to the workboat. And that's where the compaction came into play. So if you've got customers in your area that are not using compactors, or you've got applications where they're not compressing or compacting, this is where we may be able to walk in and say, let's look at a different way. I know we rent waste skips and things like that, but we can still get more product in each waste skip than just loose filling them and that type of stuff. So let's talk about some sustainability things. In the Gulf, we have a program called the Arc of Acadiana, or excuse me, an organization, a nonprofit called the Arc of Acadiana. And over 25 years ago, we started a recycling program where we collect recyclables from the rigs in the Gulf, make sure that they're safe for the clients at the Arc. We then pick the product up from the customers at the docks, from the clients at the docks, send it to the Arc of Acadiana. They separate this waste and put it into these bales that you see here. When these bales of paper, plastic, and cardboard get enough to fill a truck up, they call in a third-party buyer that will go out to the market and get the best bang for the buck for them that they can at that day, best spot sell. And then they take that money and put it back into the program to help the nonprofit organization, which is actually helping high functioning disabled clients that just want to get out of the house and do some work. And they're a very safe environment. And I suggest and recommend that if anybody has an opportunity that they might want to talk about this, the ARC is available at any time for a on-site visit where you can come in, see what they're doing, audit them if you want to. It's a very neat program, very good program. OEG's been attached to them for, over 25 years, and we will be the one that will continue to do all we can to help that program because it is such a good supporting the community. Yes. So customer impacts. Let's talk about a few applications. The most recent one was medical waste. Don't want to get too much of detail on it, but it is considered hazardous, so it can't just be thrown away in the general waste stream like most waste can. It has to be something done to it. So this particular company was taking that medical waste and putting it into these 300 cubic or 36 cubic yard boxes that are for transporting hazardous products. Our hazardous waste compactor compacted the waste into it. They were able to reduce that volume 90%. So that was saving them $1 million over the very first year. Instead of shipping 35 or 350 boxes, they were basically down to 35 boxes. And so that saved them a ton of money. The waste compactor paid for itself immediately. It was a unique application for us. So it wasn't just something off the shelf that everybody had availability to. We're the company with offered a problem, we'll come up with a solution. I may talk about this again. The latest one for an industrial application was with a major tire manufacturer, and being able to bail their tires, the brand new tires that did not pass specifications, bail them, put them in a truck, and ship them down the road. And we've given them about 100% more volume in the truck, which is about twice as much as they were getting. So they're quite pleased with what they're getting from us on that. This company to date has done about $100,000 with us. But over the next 3 years, it could be $250,000 to $300,000 more because of plans to build a new facility that will have all OEG and EnviroPak compactors and balers throughout the facility for standardization from the old facility to the new one. So I know I went through that kind of quick, guys. Not a lot to talk about trash. Is there any questions out there that we can help out with?
Mike, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. We have some questions here right now. So the first one we have is, food waste is a persistent offshore issue. Where do food grinders help most?
So where they help the most is when you want to keep the food waste out of your normal waste stream. Again, you can take the food waste, and throw it into the compactor. You have smells, rodents, uh, uh, vultures, the birds of prey that are coming to get the other products, the seagulls. What we do is basically just macerate it, turn it into something smaller than 25 millimeters. That's the MAR POL specification. We get down to 5 or 6 millimeters and discharge directly into the sea, where the local sea life underneath the oil rigs will consume it, and it won't become a problem for anyone else.
Fantastic, thank you. We have another one here about another one of the products. We have, glass can be an awkward and hazardous offshore. How does crushing glass at source change the handling process for crews?
Okay, so with our glass crushers, and by the way, the glass crushers are not just glass bottles. It could be pickle jars, jalapeno jars. We have sauces in the United States, ranch dressing that come in glass jars, things like that. What we do is we macerate those in our machine, and then that is inserted into a safety pail, so that now the broken glass is in a pail with a safety tamper lid on it, a tamper-proof lid, excuse me, and then that plastic bin is then put into the waste stream, and there's no way it can spill out onto the deck and cause a sharp to get into someone's foot or anything.
Another one here, are EnviroPak products available globally?
They absolutely are. Within the EnviroPak team, we have sold our products into almost every country in the world, and we're definitely available in every country in the world. And they're locally sourced here in Louisiana. But if your local Trinidad team or Ghana team or Australian team, they need to have some local stock for the consumables, we will work with them, the local OEG, directly to get the best plan. And I actually recommend that, because that is one of the best products that we have, is the compactor bags, the consumable part for the local markets. Yes, sir.
Another one here. What safety and compliance issues should teams consider when selecting waste handling equipment?
Okay, so this is a very good question, Kai. Thank you for bringing that one up. So EnviroPak is going to manufacture their products to the industry standards of the electrical codes to that particular country or state that they're going into. But the newest things that we have is for the explosion-proof environment. So in the United States, Class 1 Div 2 has been the industry standard, actually globally, for many, many years. Now there's a ATEX rating that has come to our attention. It's been around, but we have avoided having to be focused on it completely. But now we're actually building CE rated, ATEX rated machines, not just with the components. The entire machine is rated for this the electrical application or the explosion proof opportunities. So we can change and flex as needed.
And this might be the last one here right now, Mike. So we've got one. It says, "Hi, Mike. Great presentation. If a customer is interested in EnviroPak products, how do they get a hold of the team?"
So they can go to any one of the local OEGs or the sales.enviropak@oeg.group email. I know my email signature on my cell phone is on all my email signatures. I'm available. If I'm awake, call me. I'll answer the phone, or send me a WhatsApp message.
And just one more, I believe.
Sure.
Where can I find any materials, i.e. brochures?
So our EnviroPak team can have them for you, but I will get with marketing to have them on the global market share. That is something that should be done. Probably is already there, but is available on our website at oeg.group. There's a little the basic stuff. Now, something I didn't say is don't just take the applications that I spoke about as the gospel. If somebody wanted to compact cotton balls, I will entertain cotton balls. We just had another application for an industrial application for food grinders for baking potatoes and an occasional golf ball. We have a solution for that, and it's in place. It will start up in the next few weeks, and we'll have some real world data on how many potatoes we can run through our food grinders. So don't limit us to just offshore. It can be anything. Every person in the world that makes trash is technically an EnviroPak customer or potential customer.
And I know I said that was the last, but they keep rolling in now. Is there a service available as well as spare parts in bags available for EnviroPak products?
There is. So we actually now have a repair service where we can go on site. And as of right now, this is just USA based, but we are able to go into customers' facilities, industrial facilities, not offshore facilities, and repair equipment on site. Parts, pieces, bits, all the stuff for EnviroPak is available through EnviroPak in USA, Louisiana. And again, if a different location has a specific customer with a specific component that is consistently needed, it can be stocked at our local OEG to the customer. It's just getting the logistics down pat.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mike. Do you want to give a finishing statement?
The only thing I say is thanks to everybody for letting me rattle on for 17 minutes, and I appreciate the time, and I'm here if I can help out. And again, I'm just a phone call away if you've got anything you want to talk about.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.